Hello, and welcome everyone to D6, where I and bringing together several friends from across the internet to play on a tabletop game show. How are we all feeling?
Feeling
extra
good.
melted.
Pretty
Extra
Gucci.
Yeah,
we
Florida
live in South.
sucks.
2 of us live in South Florida. 3, actually. Sorry,
3.
Leanne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe live in South
Sorry,
Florida.
the brain is
one
melted.
One of us currently is in a frying
Oh yeah,
pan.
so only 2 of you.
Oh, wow. So we
Cool.
killed him.
So I'm signing off.
Before we get on into today's session, we got a couple of announcements, and then we'll go ahead and jump on into game. First and foremost, our upload schedule is back to normal. We had to skip a week because of stuff. But yeah, as we probably mentioned before, you will probably see a change in the thumbnail relatively soon. It's just timing. It's all it. It's nothing too big. And we'll get around to it when we get around to it. So just keep an eye out and when the thumbnail does change. Next up is homebrew stuff. Come on. Sorry, the pen. I have released the Heimels homebrew races over on our Patreon, which is available for our $10 patron tier. So if you're interested in checking out 8 brand new races, all the way from the Fey-made Divine Archons, all the way down to the Divine and Infernal race, that is the Nephilims, you guys can check out the document. It is available right now, and if there's any possible need to do some updates with the document, aside from, of course, obvious spelling errors, just go ahead, let me know. All the channels are made available for you guys to send your criticism back to me, and I would really appreciate it before we start consolidating these things down into a single source. Cool. Alright. Check that off the notes. The podcasts. We're right back where we are supposed to be with the podcasts. We are releasing every Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you need to listen to it on your way to work, or if you're just coming back home from work and looking to just listen to something to chill out to for the next 3 to 4 hours, then by all means, enjoy. See, this might be the episode in which Crow will be leaving us.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting off dead on my death saving throw, so.
No, you're
That's
not.
very true. But yeah. I think that is about it. How are we all feeling?
Melted.
Gucci.
Melted?
Angry.
Aside from melted and angry?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Angy.
Mirad is very angy.
The
Oh, yeah.
parents are upset.
Oh, I bet. Alrighty then. With that being said, nope, that's wrong one. Nope.
Oh, got it. Got this. Leave.
Alright. We good?
We're adults.
Nah.
I know, but sometimes you make me wonder if you are.
I'm 3
Okay.
goblins in a trench coat.
Yep.
Each.
Yes.
So, where we had last left off, as our adventurers traversed to the west side of Yimnin, finding a cave of cultist sea dragons and sea dragon, cultists of the sea dragon known as the Leviathan. Finding an ally in the mists of the dark, and subsequently fighting your way through the stronghold, eventually meeting an altar, and then waging combat against the Leviathan as well as many of its followers. Barely hanging on by a thread, you all managed to defeat the Leviathan and kill many of the cultists, while one managed to escape, only to find themselves at the hands of Genoa Shi, the pirate lord of the Blackwell. After a temporary parley and a bit of goading from Genoa, you all found yourselves at the assistance of Holly's mother, the high priestess of the Marquess of Ravens. After which, you all land within the temple in the forest of Spiritsu, having been saved from a rather gruesome fight that none of you could have fought at that moment. As all of you lay back, catching your breaths and collecting the moment, as well as having captured the axe of the Leviathan, the moment becomes all of yours as you begin to check up on each other and yourselves, allowing for this moment of respite.
Holly is going to look around at everyone and say, "Is anybody hurt?"
Get them.
Cotton's just laying down on the floor and just holds a thumbs up.
We're okay.
Concern with yourself with them first. I'm healthy enough to wait.
Okay.
I'm not about to die, but... Ow.
Same.
Ow.
Yeah.
See as the large Goliath man, as he kind of looks around the room. You guys are exceptionally tough.
Thank you.
Hi, Mark.
I'm so glad you think so, Mark. I really don't feel it right now.
It hasn't
Good.
crossed Cotton's mind yet that she's appearing human now to Mark. The last time she was here, she was all beast.
As he goes around giving everybody a health point from his paladin ability, as he does
Hooray.
some lay on hands. As he gets to you, Cotton, Molly, you are oddly familiar.
Remember the big creature with the big ears? And
My
claws?
goodness, is that
Told
you,
I was
Cotton?
human. Yeah, told you I was human.
You are so small and slightly adorable.
Thanks.
Slightly?
Well, I have other interests. She's adorable, but like not my kind of adorable. I'm sorry.
You don't have to defend yourself. He's just being a wife guy.
I am being a wife guy. I love my wife very much.
You don't want Mark to be attracted to your wife.
She's adorable.
I
Period.
love her.
I'm loving the priorities right now. Hi, Mark. We missed you too.
Yeah, you see as he just like puts his massive hand on your head, gives you a health point back.
A singular one?
Yeah, it basically it's almost like him gripping a bowling ball.
Oh no, I'm asking health point wise because you said
Just
a
one.
health point. Okay.
Yeah,
Yay.
he only has a number of them.
It's okay. I'm at 13. Yay.
And then he gets to a unconscious Crow before he just puts his hand entirely on Crow's face and pumps one health point back, and then it's just like, right. I don't know who this is.
Yeah,
He
that's the
helped
problem.
us.
I might be about to undo that one.
You hear the gun click.
You have to be very careful with their next words.
Cotton's just laying across Mirad's lap right now with a gun trained on Crow.
You want me to hold him?
No,
Yes.
it's fine.
Please don't hold me. What? Why are we doing this?
Please don't.
We're gonna have a couple of questions for you. Like why
Perhaps.
you were working with Lady Genoa She.
And why you were trying to get the big ass axe.
As you guys look towards the axe, it's just laying there, but you swear, if you listen close enough, there are whispers echoing from it.
Does anyone have like a big ass cloth? I do not suggest touching it directly.
Here, you
Nor
can,
do
you can
I.
use my cape.
Okay.
And Winry will just
Cotton.
struggle out of her damp cape and just throw it.
Yeah.
And Murad.
Yes.
You are the only two.
Oh.
You can hear.
Oh, I can hear it?
You can hear the words "imprimordial."
Oh, because we know the language.
As the words echo out, "Storm, storm, brew and bring me a storm."
That's
This thing needs to go in a box. You agree?
I think Cotton would kind of pause and then look over to Holly's mother and just kind of. So it's talking in primordial, and it's saying storm over and over again. I
So,
wouldn't
I have
suggest
what it
touching
exactly
it.
said in the notes.
does this temple happen to have a lead box?
We have a treasure room.
Is
This
it
needs
leaded?
No.
I was thinking we bring this back to the Empress and have this thing buried. Because this belongs to, what was it? Blackbeard?
Blackbeard.
It belongs
We
to
would have
him.
to be able to make it back to the Empress with it in tow.
That's
Yeah.
the problem also, is that if we do give it to them, we would be putting a target on them. So it depends on who we want to put the target on.
But then it would be guarded by that nasty wraith thing we were talking about before.
Possible.
Who's to say we wouldn't just totally bring other destruction?
Also, thank you very much for saving us.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
You see
Hopefully
as
we're in a
the
tight pickle.
masked figure as a slight bow to all of you. You have protected my child thus far. I believe that at least I owe you all a kindness. And see as she kind of leans a bit and
That piques Holly's interest, and she walks up to her and kind of puts her hands on her. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Thank you. I just overexerted myself from
Do you need
dragging.
Insight check. Is she really fine?
Probably not.
I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
-1. I don't.
roll me.
I would
Roll me
have to roll.
insight.
Ooh! I
19?
technically got a natural 20. It's 19 though.
Yeah.
'cause I have
a natural 20, and I'm also gonna say Holly because your insight would be high enough. You both notice that what is usually somebody who sits or stands, very tall, very proud, you can tell there's a little bit of slouching. And you can kind of gather that they might have overexerted themselves in the attempt of teleporting you all at once.
Will you guys excuse me?
Go for it.
Well, yeah, sure.
And Holly puts her arm around her mother, gives her a cure wounds, at least, to help a little bit. And it's like, why don't we go back to your room? And you lay down for a little bit.
I would like some rest, yes. As kind of being taken by Holly. And you see as like Mark's eyes follow, and then his eyes trail back to Crow. I'm sure I'm going to be keeping a very close eye onto you.
We all are.
Sits plain faced.
Yes, you have a lot of explaining to do. Please explain. I understand that you were probably not of your free will, but forced to participate.
It's not... It started off very willing because I had things I needed, and I didn't necessarily understand who I was working with. And by the time I wanted out, I was not allowed.
It's
And it's
unfortunate.
been like that since.
You said
Well-
something before you went down. Something about a brother.
He kind of flinches a little bit at that. Not like a full body flinch, but definitely like a wince. Just kind of like, yeah.
Is that part of it?
Yes. She was keeping my brothers safe and very well cared for in a school for my work in return. That was my pay. And now that she isn't, I don't know if she did anything to them. I don't know if she just left them high and dry, so I have to go and find them and make sure that they're okay.
You see as the large hand of the Goliath man puts it on your shoulder. Where are they?
They're at a school for learning magic in Yimnin.
Well, you're in Yimnin.
Still
Wait.
in Yimden.
I thought magic practitioner was
Illegal.
looked down upon here.
No, to be more specific, private magic practice is illegal. Or not illegal, but looked down here. The academy basically pushes those looking to learn magic and then puts them right into the military. Our town
military
here...
program.
Yes, our town here is exempt of that, considering that we're not exactly part of Yunban. You kind of trying to recall every memory he's ever had about the history of the Forest of Spiritsu. We are in a safe and sanctioned place that was left behind by the Marquess of Ravens. So, this is where people can come to thrive, leave behind their wills, and hopefully find new ones.
The moment he said
A
village...
holy state.
Yeah. The moment he said village, Cotton's eyes went wide and looked at Mark going, she destroyed that village.
Yeah. We'll have to tell the Empress about that, and there was nothing we can do.
While we were in there, yeah.
Preoccupied with taking care of the actual problem. Or a problem. I just hope they don't go back on their deal because of that. Make that a part of the clause. Despite it being a horrible thing that happened. We won't be able to stop her if we don't get that item.
We have the axe, which is probably a good tradable position for her.
You're right. We could probably use the axe for a bartering tool if that ends up being a problem.
In the meantime, If you have a name and description of your brothers, I can head to Sage and Maho Academy and retrieve them and bring them here. It'll be significantly safer.
He's a little perplexed by the help, so it takes a moment to go, okay, what do you want in return?
Nothing.
That's
Don't
a
be a
lie.
dick.
What do you want?
You see as the large
your bargain.
smile. It's like, I want absolutely nothing. I am a paladin of her grace, as he points towards the large statue within the room. We help when we're supposed to, and ask for nothing.
In my experience, no one asks for something for nothing.
Well, today's a new day.
You make your own declaration of not being an ass.
Yeah.
He
No
takes
more
a moment
deals
to
with other
think.
pirate lords and all that jazz.
Yeah. Takes a moment to think, and then goes, they are 2 young drow boys, around 16 years old. Their names are Norman and Francis. Francis may not respond to Francis, but Norman will tell you that it's him, and they're identical. You'll know it's him. She was paying for everything, so I don't know how much longer they have within the school or the dormitories. I don't know if she had already cut them out. I had seen them at least within the past year, so I don't expect anything to have happened.
Given she only just said something, we should be able to do something if we work quickly.
Genoa, she works up faster. Always.
Bro, that connection she has to you, is that always, or is that a proximity thing?
What do you mean?
When I shot her, I technically shot you.
Oh, that... that's a proximity thing. As long as her crew is around, Genoa does not take damage.
Good to know. Because I hope you know we are going after her. She threatened my kid.
It's good information to
luck.
know for anybody who we do want to spare.
Yeah, her crew will stand by her. Some of them are more than willing to take the damage for her to continue.
That's fine.
And they are fine to die.
They hurt Holly. They threatened my kid. No, I don't care.
That's a sentiment I can understand.
Since you're wanting out, you're dodging a bullet.
Nah, well, this time he is.
I don't think I'm dodging it if the gun's still pointed at me.
Oh, sorry. She puts the gun away.
Thank you.
Pat it.
he pats Cotton's head. It's like, there, honey.
Well,
Feral housewife.
I can expect that, Crow, that you intend to behave.
Yes, I don't have any reason not to, I suppose, any longer.
Very good. And pats your shoulder and then immediately leaves the room.
Oh, he's just going. Okay,
And like I
Oh, yeah,
said,
he does
the
that.
faster we move, the faster we can get stuff done.
As he goes to reach for the door, actually, all of you stay. You've already put yourselves through enough, and kind of like eyeing all of you. To be quite honest, if any of you came with me, you'd be slowing me down.
Excuse
All right,
me.
Honey, we are fucked up.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm very well aware. If I don't know if you noticed, but Roloy and I got eaten by a giant creature a few times before we
Oh
finally
yeah,
destroyed it.
I noticed. I was watching in horror, and
Yeah. Uh-huh.
very, very
Hence the sarcasm, and I know it's a joke.
sorry. I am on edge and very particular at the moment. Sorry if I don't get any jokes.
Aaron, Banjo made Maven bark. She's not even in the
Sorry.
room.
It's barking time.
Yeah. As you see, as he leaves through the doors,
I'll show you. I cast haste on him.
for the next minute, he is the fastest man alive. He is a literal fucking bulldozer at high speeds.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah.
He's the
Then he's gonna
juggernaut.
catch his breath for 6 seconds.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
He agrees.
Yeah.
Work. He's a borky bork.
Time
He's a
to go
Borky
get
boy.
the Borg.
The bork.
Hey, get in here.
Criminal activity.
Go lay down. Yeah, go lay down.
Hooray!
Tried
I
to
got my
leave me
way!
You can't leave me out. I'm the DM.
The moments in this game, right?
Yep.
Alright. As all of you sit there in the temple, Holly, as you manage to make it into the rather humble room of the mother here, see as she sits down and removes the mask, and under it you see, of course, the slight golden eyes and long graying hair of this humanoid individual. You can see what looks like to be a scar that goes from the top, the bottom of the nose all the way down to the chin. See, very old, a little withered. And you could also see behind the mask what looks like to be a stain of blood where she coughed.
Mama. Holly's immediately gonna, grab a towel, get a little water, come over, start cleaning her off.
I'm old, not that old, darling.
It doesn't matter how old you are. You should still take care of yourself. I appreciate what you did, but I worry.
An overexertion of magic can cause this. It is by her blessing that I was able to do it at all.
She's given us many blessings lately.
I can see that. I'm staring at the armor set.
Oh, yeah. Me and my friends did a thing in a graveyard. And now I'm, the champion of the Raven Queen. It still feels weird to say it.
Why does it feel weird?
I thought that if anyone would ever have gotten a privilege like this, it would have been Mom. I never expected it to be me. I expected to wander around Yimnin, burying people and punching Mark for the rest of my life. I don't know. It's very strange, but my group of friends is an exceptional bunch of people. I don't think I could have done any of this without them. I think they've changed me.
Helen was an exceptional woman. No doubt about that. So are you. There is an old saying, I believe from the Midlands. Some are born with responsibility. Others have responsibility thrusted upon them. Sometimes it is a weight that you must bear for the sake of it all. Not just your family, not just for duty, but for you. If our goddess has chosen you, it was by no mistake. If you manage to gain this armor, she puts her hands on your shoulders. That means you have passed her test. But the trials will never just end. But you passed. And you are strong. You see as kind of just as the hand moves up to your cheek. And I believe that Helen thought that too.
I think Holly probably crumbles at that and just puts her head in her mama's lap and cries for a little bit.
As you do, this moment of sincerity, a little bit of happiness, and another moment as she kind of just puts the fingers through your hair a bit. You're so strong. And then,
Not without them, I'm not.
nobody ever is alone. I would never have gotten as far as I did without your mother.
Yeah. I feel they've made me better. And all I want to do is help. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
That is the duty of us all. It seems like you're well on the right path. Just remember to never let vengeance consume you. It is a great motivator, but it can also be quite blinding.
Yeah. Speaking of vengeance, that man out there, he was part of the crew of the Pirate Lord that killed Mom. And I want nothing more than to rip him to pieces. I don't know what to do.
In the hearts of all men, there are things that they love. They'll do anything to protect it, or do anything to claim it. I believe deep down, if you have questions, ones that might make you discern whether or not that they intend to be an enemy or an ally. In your heart, it burns. It burns to know that you feel like you can provide a justice by doing such things. But we are not cruel. We are not blinded. ask him the right questions, and then make an assessment, as you have always been told. And if your
Right.
assessment is right, to rip him from limb, at least do it in the courtyard.
I promise I won't add any more to your wax pool. You'll have to forgive me. I've been in contact with Balthazar at least twice.
See that as the head turns. First champion.
Yes, he's a little bit more on the ruthless side and has my head spinning.
Let's take the moment to have you explain what he has been saying. With that, I'm gonna pull away from you for a second.
Yeah.
But more feels.
But exposition! We need more exposition. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Too bad.
Oh. I was having fun writing my notes.
Holly, as you explain probably what you've been hearing from Balthazar to her, as the rest of you is you're kind of meandering around the temple at this point.
Wait, do any of us have a healer's kit? Hold on. Actually, I might actually have one in my
No.
inventory. I need to check.
Just a potion. Cotton's just kind of checking over her now new evolved gun. Like, oh, right, this happened.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I think Holly's path to the grave just gave it the extra push, I guess.
That's good.
Not that I'm complaining, it just kind of took me by surprise.
In the best possible way, my goodness.
It's extra warm, too.
Murad's gonna look for a healer's kit and start, because he assumes that there has to be at least something.
Oh, yeah.
In this temple, and it will start
think
patching up people.
Rolloy and Rudy had it the worst towards the end, besides Crow being at 0.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'm fine.
Your
See,
blood's
it was
supposed to be
like-
on the inside, though.
No. Drows are different.
Oh, okay.
That's
See as Rudy is kind of like propping himself up as strong as possible. I could take a few patches here and there.
I'm changing
Here.
my. I have like one of my crewmates whisper to me, and changing my Whispers of the Dead to medicine.
Okay.
Winry's there propping him up. She actually came out pretty good in health, but
We all kind of just weren't doing great towards the end of that.
Where's my healer? Where's the healer kit go? What is it?
I think
See-
the only thing I have is temp HP, so I'm stuck at my little 1.
Hey, 1 is more than 0.
Correct.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. All right.
He is like Rudy. Winry, as you kind of just notice, like his knuckles look fucking white, and also the palm of his hand where he was gripping his gun almost looks kind of almost rubbed off.
you feeling
You can
okay?
tell he's probably still angry now.
You know, if you want to vent off that anger, I know they've got some training dummies out in the courtyard. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you took a swing at them.
Yeah, I think I would like to do that.
All right, here I'll show you the way. Mirad, we're heading out to the training grounds if you need us.
Oh, I was gonna patch you up first.
What do you think, Rudy? You think you can wait for a second?
Yeah, we can.
It'll only take 10 minutes. I'm reading from the healer's kit rules that we house ruled.
Yeah.
So it's treat wounds. Your medicine check determines how much extra health points a target regains. Let's see, I rolled a 22. So that is a D4, 4D8 plus medicine proficiency. 4D8 to Rudy plus 3.
That's quite a lot.
Come on.
It was
It can be quite a lot.
Yeah. I believe it was like basically it was the ability to kind of do a cure wounds,
Yes.
only except they're limited by supplies, much like you know, spell slots.
Yeah, it's limited by supplies, but also you have to have proficiency in medicine to get this higher one.
Yeah.
Which he has currently.
Yeah. So you get 24 plus 3, so that's 27 HP gain.
27, okay. Go to
Hey,
Rudy's
Reloy.
sheet here.
Yep.
When we get a chance, do you want to help me find a new gem? I have to recreate Dazzle.
Oh, right. Yeah. What sort of gem do you need?
Quick question.
Huh?
So-
Did you pick up Dazzle before you guys got teleported?
I mean, I was laying where he fell.
But did you pick him up?
I don't remember.
I don't think you specifically said. You
I
can
don't.
do it.
I remember that he was kind of blown to smithereens, wasn't he?
He got smashed into the ground.
Yeah.
Smashed
so
to pieces.
he's probably bits and pieces on the stone.
That's why I'm saying I have to at least start with a gem. I just assumed that I didn't get a chance to, so...
I mean, I don't know if a luck check would determine that or not.
I'm just assuming because I didn't get a chance to, the answer is no.
Yeah, you're distracted with the lady.
Like I said, for a good chunk of the end of that, I was literally laying on top of where Dazzle went down, taking my government-issued nap twice.
Well, here's the thing. You could always repair it if you use mending, but I'm saying for the sake of it, because you didn't pick him back up,
I assumed I couldn't
lost.
because the water came up before anything else happened, so I just assumed
Oh,
that
he
once he's
probably
destroyed, that I'm
got-
not allowed to pick up what it was. Like, it's done. I have to go get more
Right,
materials again.
his bits
He
and
probably got
pieces.
swept away in the
That's what I
tidal wave.
assumed, because you said he's destroyed, so my thought was, I can't do anything with what was destroyed. I have to get all new parts. That's what I assumed.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I figured that's what you were gonna rule on. That, nope, he's done.
No,
Which is
the
unfortunate.
general rule is that you can repair them with mending.
Because I'm a little heartbroken
but-
because that gem was from Emery's character, and I didn't want to lose that.
I
At
know.
least the gem.
I know.
Ooh.
I mean, like, could do a luck check, but I don't know if that works
Nah,
in the system.
I didn't get a chance to, or at least I don't remember it, and the water kept coming up, so I assumed at that point I was out of luck anyway. That's why I was asking Reloy, one, to get air, and two, to find a gem similar to what L'Oreal gave her. Because that was a pretty nice moment, you know?
Does
What
it
is
have
the
a worth? Is it worth like 50 gold or
It's
something?
300, I believe. Yeah, it's... hold on, I gotta open it up. Let's see.
17. Who's getting healed next so I can just roll?
I'm just gonna wind up sleeping
I'm honestly-
at some point, so don't worry
I'm
about
honestly
me.
okay. I can just wait till a long rest.
I'm gonna patch up roll it then. While they're
There we
talking.
go.
17.
I don't... It doesn't state. I swear I had a GP count on the gem. I think it was 300 gold points on a gem. I can't find it. It doesn't say it anymore, for whatever reason. Like, even looking at just the basic homunculus stuff.
We'll look into it during break. We'll look into that during break then.
25 to Rolloy.
As everyone slowly recovers, and Rudy and Winry go out into the training grounds. You see as he kind of just like takes the center field and looking at the practice dummies. He's staring up at the sky kind of a bit.
Well, speak your mind if you want to. It may help get these feelings out.
I'm a little slow to anger. The moment I saw her, it felt like I heard all the screams of my crew just telling me, demanding me to put an end to it.
Yeah. I can understand where you're coming from there. But I can assure you, whatever happens next, when we go up against her, I honestly would love to let you have the last shot, but I think Holly may have dibs.
Followed by Cotton and Murad.
We can take turns, don't worry.
I know. And I appreciate it. It's just... I feel like I am not strong enough still. We just watched her take all of that damage, all that pain, give it to someone else. And it just makes me realize how weak I am.
I don't think you're weak. Not at all. The fact is, you know what, she has... Well, she has a trump card that I've never seen before. You know what Crow said, whenever her crew's nearby, she won't take damage, and they are incredibly loyal to her. Either by fear or actual genuine loyalty, I have no idea, but... That actually gives us a step up. Now we know what to avoid. And we can think of something even better to get her. It's not much. But we gotta think of it this way. It hurts. It sucks. Hell, I want to get revenge on her for your crew, but... Take that anger, Rudy. Make it something productive. Think on what you can do to not only get back at her, but make sure she understands how much hurt she put to you, to Holly, to everybody she's victimized. Make it a strength. And don't let those voices win.
I don't want to lose myself like that. You're right. But I'm going to need to figure out how to help better. Combat power alone is fine, it's just gonna... I need another skill, at least.
Well, I'm sure we can think of something. I don't have anything off the top of my head, but I know when it comes to the cling hex here, Winry will rattle the bangle on her wrist. This thing is pretty crazy. I don't know if I told you all the details of it, but did you know that I can hear the voices of the people who last used this thing?
No.
I think there's just a fragment of them left in this, and unfortunately, somewhere along the line, the cling hex got a curse put on it. So, much as I really would love to go find Viskel and shove this thing through his throat, I can't do that yet. Because I don't feel ready. I can't quite command the cling hex as much as I'd like, and with the help of Alexandria, the first wielder, maybe I'll be able to do it. Change this blade for the better and get rid of that curse. At least, that's what I'm hoping. I don't know how I'll be able to do it, but we'll get there. Someday.
Then... at least I'm glad to be here to figure it out together.
Exactly. Winry will take his hand and give it a tight squeeze. Did I also tell you that this thing really makes me look really cool?
I saw how cool it made you look.
I know, it's great, isn't it? It's fantastic in the dark.
That somberness is kind of cut through with the smile. As the moment shifts away from you guys. As it cuts back to Holly. And you see as your mother kind of takes a bit back by the information that you've provided about Balthazar. Did you truly say that?
Yeah. Like I said, rough around the edges.
I'm more concerned about what it is he's saying about the gods. These hours.
Me too. Like abandonment.
I will need to at least pray on this one. However, I don't believe answers will come easy. But if that's the case, we will need to at least prepare. I don't know what it is that he believes would make any of the gods flee the star, but if he's right, a being like that, as old as he was, and as powerful as he was, he would not tell you without reason.
Those are my thoughts exactly. I just want the temple to be safe, and the people who live here. But I fear that there may be a reckoning coming.
See as her hand kind of pats the top of yours. You will need to complete your mission. I will not ask you to come home immediately, but you will be necessary in order to prepare.
I'll come home as soon as I can, but there are things that we need to address still on this path. I don't have all of the answers yet, and I'm not telling you everything for a reason. But trust that there is quite a bit of work left to be done. I will return as soon as I can, and as soon as the path is laid out for me to return home. I promise. You think I want to leave you with Mark forever?
No. I don't suppose you will. And you see, there's like the kind of body slumps a little bit more.
Time for bed.
Yes, I will take the moment to rest. Return to your friends. Convene in the morning.
Alright. She takes an extra minute to tuck her in, and then turns out her candles and leaves.
She goes to rest as you exit out and return to majority of the party.
All right, your turn.
My turn?
Your turn. Come here. Murad is like just has a bunch of like bandage tape.
I still
Murad with the Hello Kitty band-aids.
I still have some cure wounds if you need.
No.
And she's sitting down.
No.
You're not getting out of this one, Holly.
So
Okay.
9 plus 3, so that's over 10. So I get to give you the maximum, or maximum 4.
Cotton's busy, like, taking her glasses off and, like, rehydrating her one damaged eye. Like, it's the only time you see how, like, scarred and
let's
milky
see.
it is. But that was a lot of
18.
salt water.
18. Alright.
Yeah. And now I'm out of charges.
Holly's like, thank you.
I
Used
feel like
all
maybe
the
a short
healer's
rest
kit.
would have accomplished the same thing without maybe using the charges.
Nah,
It'll be alright. We're in
I
town
wanted to
for
make
now.
sure all of you were okay.
Okay.
I mean, we'll
I need-
probably be able to get good sleep at the temple tonight, too, so...
Wanted to feel at least a little more useful after that conversation with Bitchface.
We had no way of knowing she was going to sideswipe us like that.
It was inconvenient and very annoying, and I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of these pirate lords.
Starting to think that pirate lords were a bad idea.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with them is a bad person.
I agree, and they need to be taken down, and I really want to step on some of their throats, and I keep getting inconvenienced, and it's very annoying. I'm
Well,
As you
On
see
my
that,
last straw.
Holly kind of looks over her shoulder and death glares at Crow.
hey,
Oh,
Crow.
averts his eyes.
Crow, you might want to explain what you explained to us to Holly so that, you know, you're no longer on our to-kill list for everybody in this group.
Yes, please explain yourself.
I was acting under Genoa Shi to protect my brothers. She was funding their education and keeping them alive and well. In return, I worked for her. No one can be hurt within a certain amount of range of her, especially if they're part of the crew. And I feel like shit. Does that sum it up?
How long have you been with her?
Reads notes.
Holly gets up and starts walking towards Crow.
Shit.
Wait a minute, I can only read so fast, please.
Pulls out the tiny little glasses.
script, line,
Control
line,
F. Control F.
Oh, God.
Aaron,
Director
did we
cut.
ever set a specific amount of time for it? I believe it's...
Been over a year, at least.
Let me put it in more blunt terms of what Holly's looking for. Was Crow there the night her mother was killed?
I don't think so. That's not something we discussed.
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just making sure.
No. I've been working for her for a while, but I wasn't part of the crew until the past year, maybe year and a half.
I understand that sometimes people are set on a bad path, and it's unintentional. But when you do things like that, and you work for people like that, there is a period of atonement that is expected in return.
So, you're sending me to prison?
What?
No, I'm not sending you to prison. I'm not a cop. I'm a cleric.
I'm not handing you over to the samurai.
Better question, are you a narc?
We don't allow those in our crew.
What do you mean a period of atonement?
I mean-
not an easy way to atone for it.
But none
You have
said it
to
had to
do
be
as
easy.
much good as you did harm. That is what I mean. You must balance your actions.
Okay.
So community service.
What?
What?
Huh?
Sorry, so it's just community service.
I mean, for one, you could also disseminate information you know about Jinoshi, so that way Yimnin's a little bit better dealing with her.
Yes.
Particularly
So we do?
us, who are
Yeah.
probably going to be the ones to fight and kill her.
Well, he just did. He just told us that if her crew is around her, she can't get hurt.
Yeah.
So we
And
take out
those
the crew.
who
What else do you want to know? I'm a font of information and certitude.
What about the ship?
What about
yes,
this?
tell me about the ship.
It's a,
You
it's a
say
ship.
servitude, and Holly, winces.
It's a... I don't... There's nothing abnormal about the ship. It's a ship. There's a large crew. I'm pretty sure it's mostly women.
Okay. That means nothing to me, but
We're trying to make sure it's not, magical in nature either.
As far as I know, it's not.
it's basically okay. So the vibe that Mirad's giving is I'm a car guy trying to get details from someone who's not a car
Oh,
guy.
it's a diesel-powered ship. Yes.
You are
Just two big
aware.
engine blocks running off of it.
You are aware that the Blackwell is a heavy ordnance ship. That thing is packed to the gills with so many weapons to the point that it is capable of laying continuous fire for several hours onto any ship, onto from sea to surface. It is entirely commanded by Genoa in the way that she perceives the ship as an extension of herself, but that is also due in part to being a captain or a pirate lord captain of any ship. It comes with the benefits that magically incline them to something else. This is the reason why, she has the ability she does. It's because she's the captain of the Blackwell. Every ship between the Bloody Mary's Revenge, the Blackwell, the Flying Hollingradian, and the Luxon, the ships actually provide the captains with power, and the ships follow the command of the captain.
So we do have to better equip our ship, for sure.
Well, after everything that we've learned, I don't think a naval battle is what we want to look for with the Blackwell.
But I really don't think we're going to catch her out of the ocean.
No.
We
You're
can
gonna have
lure
an-
her out of the ocean.
You can.
With the
You're gonna
axe.
have an easier time on land with her, because she also will probably not bring the entirety of the crew with her, so you'll have less people to deal with than if you were naval battling. You would have the entire crew that you have to get through before you can even touch her.
You can see as Rudy kind of leaning up against the seal of the door after coming back from the training ground with Winray. What about the marker?
That's true.
That is true.
Do we
can.
Drawing her out
Get
into
to
single
choose?
combat, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sure, a single battle might be an okay idea, it's just... I don't think it would be ultimately a great idea. Any fight one-on-one, any of these people can be devastating. There were people stronger on my ship that fought against her and still died.
We can't just not do anything about it, Rudy. We're trying to figure out solutions to take her down.
At the very least, if we knock it down to... how many of us are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if we just knock it down to a few people, it makes the battle a lot more feasible. Hard,
Yes,
but feasible.
so definitely for this particular ship, not at sea, unless we are being very, very careful with the placement of our attack strategy. It would have to be in us. I don't think we would be able to find it anytime soon, but it would have to be a location that allows us cover, because our ship does have benefits with speed and maneuverability, but also stealth. But
Especially at
I don't
night.
think we have the time to find that kind of location.
This is
What
getting
were you
very
gonna say, Roloi?
complicated.
Connor?
What?
You said you were
I
going to say
thought you were going to say something.
There's gotta be a way we can separate her from her crew.
Well, we have the markers that probably command them to meet us up in a location.
Well, remember when we were down there, she kind of had this little manic thing about her. I hate to say it, what if one of us would be able to draw her away? And then the rest of us catch up after we either eliminate the crew or just separate her from them.
She
Well,
desperately wants that axe, and she's aware that Blackbeard is the one who thinks he should have it. She wants to have it.
I'm pretty sure that's his. Like, remembers the headache. Just
Yeah.
loves the headache.
Yeah, I think it's his too, but like...
Isn't it dubious whether he's alive or not?
No, he is alive,
He is.
and he's hunting me. That was the warning Hepsil gave me.
Oh.
Blackbeard's hunting you?
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't found you?
Not yet.
Our whole crew is kind of being hunted by individual pirate lords.
He gets like a look of confusion, just goes, "What did you guys do?"
I
Mind
was
our own
born.
fucking business.
I was
crime.
born.
That is literally all I did wrong was be born. That's
not
the
even
gist
lying.
of it.
Okay.
That's literally the gist of his situation.
It's that
That's
one
the-
moment at the
on
bar,
this
everyone
crew.
has an answer.
Everybody on this crew has a circumstance that forced them into the situation that we're in. Just like you.
The fact that we all ended up on the same ship is quite a miracle.
Yeah, that's more so what
I
I'm
think-
alluding to.
I don't think it was a miracle at
it's
all.
not
I
a
think this was planned.
No, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Knowing my dad, it was absolutely planned.
It was
True,
very much
true.
planned.
Yeah.
I don't know if your dad could have planned for finding me adrift on a beach.
You don't
You
know
never
him
know.
that well.
I guess.
Maybe that one's fate.
I don't really know what happened while I was dead, so sure.
I don't know what happened during the 2 years I had nothing in my head.
I didn't know
Mira
anything
just
before
has a
you and him
stare off.
appeared on my island.
In the distance, kind of look, thinking about the 2 years that he was just
I know
forced to
everything.
sit.
I just know more everything now.
He's a time wizard, if that makes more sense, Pro.
Time wizard!
That
Sparkles.
does help
Prejudice.
a bit.
He actually does know a lot more than we do, so.
It's true.
I wouldn't doubt that. I assume most magic users are much smarter.
That is correct assumption. Winry, this is generally true, yes?
Yeah, generally.
Generally true.
The two people with the highest history.
Yeah. We have a lot of complicated issues that all tie in together.
Essentially, It's sounding like we're going to have to kill the pirate lords.
Not that I
Which
mind.
I am definitely on board for that.
Very much same.
I think
Agreed.
it's the only way.
If you can pull it off,
Oh, we will.
pretty sure
We
all
almost
Yemden
did
would be
once.
happy.
We
We
got
almost-
so
remember-
Coward.
close.
Viscal
We got
so
so
close.
close taking care of Viscal, and then he just ran away.
I
Friggin'
almost
bitched
slammed him
out.
into the
Amazing.
ground. I'm so upset about that.
You almost got him, honey. We'll get him next time.
Mother.
We have the bad habit of
He will
things
not be
getting
walking
away from
away.
us once, and then having to fight him again.
I mean, if anything, if you need a little bit more of a understanding, and she points to Roloi, he stopped the Witch Queen from dropping a meteor on us.
Like a,
You did
like a
good.
meteor
I
from the sky, like a
counterspelled her
meteor.
ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually really impressive. Wow.
Yep.
God's just gonna keep propping Roloi up.
Oh, his
Also, did
like,
you know
head
that
is
he
like
can do
3
cartwheels?
times the size it was.
Cotton,
This is why
Holly,
Mira.
as the both of you are kind of just meandering around and talking amongst each other, you take note as you look to the sky. You can tell that the skies have been slowly getting darkened by clouds. You can probably predict that there will be a thunderstorm probably rolling by here and by nightfall.
Looks like rain. Oh, it's gonna get all muddy in here.
We should probably head to his better shelter, get some dinner. The ship!
we can get the ship is in by the Empress actually.
At the
Yeah,
capital.
Yeah.
you would need to call it here, Murad.
Okay. Yeah, I should do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna...
There's no way to bring the ship to this Forest of Spirits. It's in the middle of Yimnan.
Yes, and that is true, by the way.
Wait, I
bring it
thought,
to the
I
nearest
thought
port,
as long as
maybe.
it's attached to water, it can slowly make its way to...
Yeah, it can make
Whatever location I'm in.
its way to like a shore that would be the closest
Closer.
to you, but it would take some time.
Is that better to do that, or to leave it at Yimnan? Someone needs to stop him, if that's the case.
The truth of the matter is, you guys got to go back to Yuekong anyways.
We're
for
gonna
the
wind up
Empress.
doing it regardless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just pointing that out as DM. Like, hey, you got to go there anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get back to the ship. We have to go to the Empress first.
Okay. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Cotton would tap Murad going, remember what that axe said, right? And now it's about to storm?
Oh, yes, right. The storm. Oh, fuck.
might
Does that
be
mean he's
calling.
here? I hope he's not. I am not in the mood to talk to him or deal with him
It
or
can
any
be
of
a
that.
regular storm.
And we're in no shape to run.
It can be either a regular storm, Blackbeard, or the other one looks at Roloi.
All right, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a reminder that this is a protected sanctuary for the most part. Most normal people can't come here.
I hate to break it to you, but
These
most
aren't
people chasing us
normal
are not normal
We
people.
understand that these aren't normal people, though.
All right. Roloi will begin ritual casting. I am going to cast divination.
What are your questions?
I believe I only get one question.
Ah.
A single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Now,
Alright.
should I ask, will Blackbeard appear? Should I ask something about, fuck, I keep forgetting her
Well,
name.
Genowashi?
Jinoshi.
Yeah.
Do you think you could summarize it as, like, will a pirate lord just to cover all the bases, or is it better to be more specific?
I suppose if we go with just a pirate lord, because Blackbeard was a pirate lord at one point.
Is he a pirate lord?
Remember,
Here-
the world thought him dead for a
Right.
while.
He was
Really,
retired.
just recently learned that
Gosh
he's
dang it,
actually
Aaron!
still
I am
alive.
not
No,
rewriting all
Cotton-
my notes.
Cotton.
Okay.
You know what? She's-
I just wanted to show the name so that way you guys know.
I had to type it. I had to do it phonetically this whole damn time. I am not changing my notes.
That's fair. As far as history would tell, he was the former captain of the Blackwell.
Oh!
Yeah.
She has his ship! She has his ship.
So should I
Ownership.
Maybe we want them to meet.
should I ask about Blackbeard then?
If you really want to get under her skin, you could possibly try to set up a meeting with Blackbeard and give him the axe. But
We have
that's
no idea.
No. He wants
No.
me dead.
If Blackbeard
So-
lays eyes on Cotton, that's it.
Then we make sure she's not there.
We'll be fighting two pirate lords at once.
No, I'm saying make an allyship by giving him the axe, because it's his anyway. He's the only one who can use it as far as we know.
Unfortunately, we have history with him that may not work in our favor
Oh,
due
well,
to that.
never mind.
It's an unfortunate circumstance of coincidences.
So what are
but
you
I would
asking
like-
here?
To refer back to the question at hand, what should we word it? Pirate
How
lord?
should we word this?
Pirate lord, or should I ask about a specific pirate lord?
Or ask, is the axe summoning someone here?
Or what about, like, are we safe?
Basically,
I think the answer
what
to
are the
that is a
effects of it coming
definitive
from?
no.
No.
Yeah,
No, we're never safe.
It's not
So-
a bad question, I can assure you that.
So, you want me to ask about the axe? Is the axe summoning Blackbeard? Or will Blackbeard arrive?
Will the past or present owner of the Blackwell
Captain of the Blackwell.
ship visit us or endanger us? Like, and you can add a time frame, whatever long time frame that you want. I think.
Well, it's within 7 days, so
Okay.
And we'll be well out of here before a week's up.
Yeah.
So the question is, will the past or current captain of the Blackwell accost us within 7 days? All right.
Uh,
I think that's good.
I think that'll cover us, at least for the
Lay it on me,
immediate threat.
timeline.
Alright. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Just needed to actually check the word accost and the definition of it.
Oh, fuck.
As
All these squares are forming a bigger square.
into a circle!
It's a tesseract.
As you delve into the timelines, you find yourself kind of stepping out of your current body as you see almost like that visual effect as you see is like trees pass by frame by frame as all of your friends kind of just move around and talk amongst each other just rapidly. It is like a frame is caught every second. before you reach towards the end of the night. As a thunderstorm brews overhead, you hear the strike of lightning as it lands around you multiple times. And just beyond the veil of the trees, you see electric blue eyes staring at you. And you feel another shot of lightning pass over your shoulder before it reaches towards those eyes, and then next to the figure, another pair of eyes. These deep, dark, green eyes, and this almost Cheshire-like smile standing next to this figure before the two turn away and walk back out of the forest. As suddenly your body reverses back into time and you are put back where you stood. And you breathe again.
There you go. There you go.
Do you want water?
Just vigorous smacks on the back.
No,
There you
I
go.
want chocolate milk.
Do we have chocolate milk here?
I don't think so. I got ramen broth for you. Do you want that?
That'll work.
A little salty, but
And chocolate milk helps displace feelings of nausea caused by temporal displacement. Anyway,
Men in Black 3 reference?
Yeah, that was my brain like kind of flashed.
Why is he asking for chocolate milk and the gears were turning and then it's just like, wait a second!
so how'd you know about the chocolate milk thing?
what? Anyway. One night I found a chocolate cow. And I got very curious.
Feywild bullshit. Got it.
Anyway.
Just had to try it.
It's Rolla. It'd be weirder if he didn't try.
Spill the beans.
Right. So. Oh, I saw. There was a storm and a bunch of lightning. And I saw some electric blue eyes in the trees. There was another lightning bolt that reached across to a different pair of eyes that were dark green and had a Cheshire Cat smile. And then they both turned and walked away.
Does that even sound any kind of recognizable?
I think the one with the smile is Lady Jinoashi.
And
What
then
do we
the
know
other
with
one,
electric blue eyes?
To
other
to
one
the
must
best
be Blackbeard.
to the best description, the green eyes much smaller, like more humanoid size. So not like the usual Goliath size that Genoa is.
Okay,
Oh.
never mind.
Cotton? Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember anything about Juno or anything there? I can't remember her
Juno's
eyes.
a Lumerian. Her eyes are all galaxy-like.
Okay. I wasn't sure what color they were.
Okay, Cheshire
What
That's-
color
smile.
are
that's
the
the-
Empress's eyes?
They're kind of like an icy blue.
Not electric.
She's what one might kind of refer to almost like a winter Eladrin, probably from a family down the line. But her control over ice is immense.
Yeah. But do we recognize anybody who's small with green eyes?
dark green eyes and a Cheshire grin.
Because Cotton has, I guess, in effect, met Blackbeard. She knew his wife.
Did Murad meet in passing?
Probably.
Okay.
At least the wife, at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm asking, is that... It's not Blackbeard, then, I'm assuming. Even though he is smaller, to a Goliath. At least I'm assuming he's not a Goliath.
Let me clarify something here real quick. Are you asking the size of Blackbeard, or are you asking about the second figure? Because, like, I'm just trying to get this narratively correct.
My question is that, do we know the eye color of both Blackbeard and Genoa-shi?
As far as, like, many who saw Genoa-shi, she kind of has, kind of these, kind of slate grayish kind of colored eyes.
Okay, so that isn't her.
Yeah. And also, Genoa would be around the size of a Goliath.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I knew. Like, that, I was asking about, like, if the other one being smaller, does she remember what Blackbeard looks like?
No. You have never met Blackbeard. You've never
that's what I was
met
asking.
Edward.
Like, has she met him? Because, there you go. I know his wife is dead, so it can't be her.
And the lord who's hunting you, Roloy, what are his eyes like?
Ghost.
Very ghostly seafoam green kind of deal. Very sickly.
Yeah.
Like, kind of pale.
Not like what I saw.
Well, I guess the ending question is, would we know anybody that fits those descriptions of those kinds of eyes and that smile?
Let's see. I'm thinking. Let's see. Rudy has green eyes. Don't think that's him.
I don't think it'd be any of us.
Let's see. Just knocking us out of the roster of people possibilities. So, none of them was halfling size.
Thank goodness.
None of them had purple eyes. None of them had gold or burning eyes. So, lightning and green.
What about
None of the Illumarians or Umbrarians.
what about any of the other pirates we met back in the pirate city, essentially?
Oh, there were so many down there.
No, but we did meet at least one other in person.
The lady that was wearing the frilly stuff.
Ah, the one... Was that
What
the
was-
one you made that deal with?
Yeah.
I can actually tell you who that is.
She made an
Thank
enemy
you.
of
It's
me.
been a while.
It's been a long while.
She's made an enemy of me. The crew that she has, they're fine. They're okay. They were nice to my wife.
And that's all that matters.
The colors are electric blue and like a sea foamy green with a Cheshire smile, correct?
Emerald green.
Dark green.
Oh, dark green.
Devalis is the one with seafoam.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because my eyes are kind of like turquoisey, and I wasn't sure, so I doubt it's me or any of my relatives either.
Plus, you're sort of dour.
A little bit.
What's wrong with being dour?
Yeah, but it's fun when you flip the switch and you
Hold
go
on.
hog wild.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on.
She goes hog
Wait,
wild.
let's give Crow alcohol.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
We're in Yimnin.
Yes.
We're in
Yeah?
Yimnin. We just took
Yes.
out one of the divine dragons, I think? There's a storm dragon and an earth dragon. Electric blue and green?
Oh.
Well, the
Well,
Leviathan
I'm
had yellow eyes and a bunch of them.
Yeah,
but
we
very
I know,
killed
I'm saying
one,
one
but
is
we're saying
dead.
the brothers.
Yeah. One being a storm dragon, electric blue, and the other one being green, earth dragon?
Loida Lovett was the name of the pirate that you made the deal with, Murad.
Thank you.
Oh, Loida. That's cute.
Here, actually put that in my enemies notes.
That's my aunt's name.
Because
Oh yeah, you have a Titi Loida.
we took out the Leviathan. That might have some repercussions.
So the Leviathan had some siblings that might be salty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Lovett. What a charming
What a
notion.
lovely. Eminently practical and yet appropriate as always.
Mrs. Glover.
I think maybe then the question is, do we stay at the temple or do we leave?
We stay at the temple because we need to rest, and this is a place of safety, correct?
Yeah.
Big agree on that one.
But then I vote first thing in the morning. We skedaddle.
Well,
Oh
we
yeah,
do
we're
need
going
make it back,
to
so
we're gonna book it.
Where are you gonna go? You don't even have your ship. Do you?
we have feet.
We're gonna hoof it to the Empress.
Haha.
We made her a
Literally,
promise
in
and
mine.
we kept it.
Captor, part of the deal is just had to snag, and hopefully we won't have to use the axe as a bargaining chip.
We just might get some visitors.
As you see, day is slowly turning to night. You look towards, after having a solid meal and discussing even more amongst yourselves, you see as Rudy kind of just looks at all of you. You want to know what? I'm going to offer the best advice all of you are about to hear right now. Sleep.
I don't think most of us have a choice.
Yes, sir.
No arguments whatsoever.
I cast sleep.
And if he just falls asleep right now,
Knock out all of us except for Murad right now.
he falls asleep just in his
Nope, I can't be put to sleep either.
That is true. Crow can't be put to sleep by this spell.
I mean, if someone has a frying pan, clang.
Oh yeah, you broke him hard enough.
A blind
Alright.
horse.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right,
it's gonna.
I cast Disintegrate.
Yes! We are
Oh, I
not
know.
having a repeat of Black Archives.
Mirai just picks up cotton and walks away.
Okay.
Oh, that works too.
Oh.
I need cuddles. I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all go to sleep.
All right, yeah. I suppose we all should turn in.
Did you say y'all?
Y'all. We
I
were
said
joking about Wenry having like a southern drawl before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I must have just slurred my words together. I said we all.
We heard y'all.
Oh, it sounded like y'all.
No, Marad said y'all.
Yeah, he's been using Western lingo for a while. He says howdy and everything.
But I'm
true.
sorry.
Yeehaw.
That is
It's a little
actually
too
true.
late for me to play the Western twang.
Yes. That desert folk speak.
Listen,
Y'all.
unless Wenry gets a severe bang to the head, she's not going to be changing her accent in this whole campaign. So
I mean, it can be arranged if you want.
I can bring you the
No.
frying pan back out.
No.
All right. As all of you take to your quarters and begin to slowly find rest, reaching into your dreams, Murad,
Yes.
as the night begins to take, and you begin to slip into slumber, you are suddenly awaken in your dream as you see standing over you, as you stand in this astral, this ethereum. Now, I've come to inform you you have actually done a reasonable deed.
Thank you. Thank you. Time to hear from.
Tatsumaru had sent many a lost soul to the sea, sometimes too early. And as such, with his execution, I am here to provide one last kindness and a reward. As you see, she extends out that massive hand.
Murad pauses before coming forward to take the hand.
You do. You feel your body as it becomes a part of the Ethereum. As she slowly guides you through this darkness. Eventually, you find yourself walking through a room. It is massive, round. Upon the ceiling, you see a mess of painted stars drawn in accuracy. But in the center, there's this massive hole as if looking up straight into a sky made of the ocean. Getting a closer look, you see toys, figures, various other things before staring at the bed. And then seeing your sleeping daughter right there, right before you. As you see as the hand slips away from you. You have been through quite a lot already. And from behind her, she pulls out a pair of dolls. One that looks just like you, and one that looks like Cotton. Leave them where you like. I will give you the night. Or handing it to you, and then you watch almost as if the figure disappears in a sea-like mist.
Am I still ethereal? Am I physically?
It does feel like the dolls can be physical, left somewhere. But your body is ethereal.
Mirad is crying.
I'm already crying and I'm not even in this.
He approaches his daughter. Kneels by the bed. Kind of does that thing, like that light petting of her head. He tucks Cotton's doll next to her into her arms. And then puts the other doll, kind of making it sit upright, like next to her. As if like looking over her, kind of thing. Kind of staging it that way. It's taking a very long time here. Just happy to see her. And he whispers even if he believes that she might not be able to hear him. It's like, I wish I could be here right now. I wish I could tell you how much I love you. How much I want to be holding you. How much I miss you. How much I'm sorry not being there when you really need it. But know that your dad is coming and your mom is coming for you. That we love you very much. And we are doing everything we can to get back to you. Firefly. And he kisses her head as much as he can in his ethereal form. He spends a very long time, as long as he possibly can, by her side.
knowing the time zones. As the rest of the night, especially in Volflora, will end in a few hours, you sit there, and as the words pass, as the moments pass, you swear. She turns close towards you, and almost as if she tries to reach out for something, but just catches air. You hear the faint words. These faint, small words from mother and father. These hours are precious. This goddess has given you a gift. You feel your heart at moments where it feels like it smolders and snuffed out, but now a new blaze, a new rage within your heart begins to alight. And as you see, as light begins to creep up from that skylight, as it passes by you, you see as if like pushing you out gently and with respect, you find yourself slowly leaving this place.
Gives one final kiss on the head.
And as you do, see as the eyes shoot open, just as a moment that there is, almost as if she's staring directly at you before the light takes, and you find yourself back inside of your own body.
We're at Hugs Cotton.
Just autopilot clings closer. She's asleep.
Murad
Whispers to Beltania, thank you.
As I said, I owe you a kindness. And as you do, you suddenly feel as if the slight wriggling in your eye, as you hear a large thunder roar through this building. As you, Winry, you see as Rudy kind of shoots upright. And then
What?
a large lightning strike as it hits the side of the building.
Oh, jeez. What's going on?
Something's not right. You see as he kind of gets up, puts on the boots.
Oh, don't have to tell me twice. Pass me mine.
Did that wake us all up?
Yeah. It woke up a good number of you.
Did we get a long rest by this point or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Hold
is
on.
well early in the early hours of the morning. It's barely even daylight.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
Cotton's already up and has her gun ready to go, like, the fuck.
As another strike of lightning hits the side of the building.
He immediately zips up the armor. Alright. What the hell?
Alright, that's not natural.
As you all begin to leave and head out to the main courtyard, you see a swirling storm as a large figure stands there. You see a number of clerics kind of also leaving their homes and kind of staring at this one figure. Massive. This huge fur-like cloak. As it steps forward. I've come to speak to the captain of the Night Wish.
Murad approaches. That'd be me.
May I come in? Goes under the cloak and pulls out a large bottle. I have rum.
I recognize him?
No.
No?
That is a peace offering, I think. Holly?
Yes. I'm here.
It's your temple.
As long as he promises to do no harm.
Heard the lady.
Yeah.
This is a sacred space.
As he steps over. As he gets closer, you can definitely tell the mass of the man is humongous. As he pulls back the hood, you see a Goliath of a man. His head is clearly shaven, but you see what is almost like this tentacle-like head tattoo. Electric blue eyes and a massive black beard.
Oh boy.
Nice place. We're stepping through this threshold and entering a small meeting room before taking a seat. And as he does, you see as the wood bends to him. And then he waits for you, Murad, to take a seat across from him.
Murad will. He does have. He doesn't have the daydream at his side, but that's only because it's a packed weapon, so he can disappear it and summon it. So he looks unharmed.
As you see, as he stares, and as he snaps, you hear the rumbling as the axe boom, 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 boom. It returns to his hand.
I knew it.
Fuck. And then places it on the table. This loud boom. Taking one of the cups, pours out a good amount of rum. And then pours out another. You don't look much like a captain to me.
Well, looks can be deceiving.
As you see, as he just swishes it around before.
Yeah, only when he drinks it does Mira take a sip.
Shall we get down to brass tacks?
I suppose so.
You know who I
Need
am.
to do introductions?
You know who I am.
Do you know who we are?
Yeah.
Merad gives a small nod.
As the eyes shift, looks towards Cotton. I know who that is, too. I've come to offer you a semblance of peace.
Okay.
Turn it down, and I will promise you it will be a world of hurt.
What are you offering?
Your wife has incurred a debt to my family. I want it paid back in full. So I will offer you this. Hand over your wife. Or you can die screaming alongside her.
I'm going to have to refuse. For my own personal reasons. Are you sure there isn't any other debt that can be paid?
You see as the fingers crush the cup. Dr. Cottonelle has taken from me.
I understand, but they weren't of sound mind.
Can Roy mutter into his ring real quick? There's someone else that took something from him. Perhaps we offer to get it back for him.
What? She got the axe.
Blackwell.
Oh.
Yeah, Mira's trying to dance around it first. It's like, I need to test the waters before I start offering other deals.
Cotton isn't speaking up because she can already tell that even if she tries to even state that he doesn't know what happened and the whole thing was legitimately a tragedy and not a murder, he's not going to listen.
Yeah, like, Mirad's trying to ease into that, because he's not, Mirad's trying to sympathize and empathize, because he's like, I understand how you would feel if your wife died.
Yeah.
I get it. But he's not doing it in the joking fashion. He's doing it very seriously.
I have no interest of whatever else you can offer. She took the life of the one person that came to love me. She has left my son motherless.
Sorry that this tragedy has happened.
See as the large hand. Sorry is not enough.
Of course it isn't, I know. I understand. I have felt this grief before. It is unfair. And I understand, but again, this was not of my wife's will. It was a tragedy of things that happened, cascaded into loss of a life. Someone who was loved.
So you deign to excuse my wife's death as by happenstance.
No. It's... He's trying to find the right words. I'm trying to actually use brain words. Gosh, my brain. Sorry, Ray is delaying. Is caught in their own thoughts. Let's see. Right, okay.
Upon closer inspection.
My what?
Upon closer inspection, Holly, Rolloy, Winry, and Crow. Looking at this man, and now under a certain light, he is electrifyingly terrifying. But moreover, you can tell something about the figure. Looks like that they've... For all the stories of Blackbeard, the strength, the fury. This is controlled. And what's even worse is that getting a close look at the arms and hands, these bangles that probably once fit him are now looser than ever.
He's been through it.
You can tell there's a little bit of bone exposed under the cheeks, a little gaunt. The eyes have these massive dark rings, not even from just putting schmutz on his face, as one would have heard the tales of how he would act devil-like upon his unfortunate victims. But this is a man scorned. He has lost a lot of his vigor. Moreover, the question remains, how did he get here?
I'm not dismissing any fact that your wife had suffered and died of the Luxon. But it wasn't my wife's entire intention or fault. It was sabotage. But regardless, a life was lost.
You found another cup.
Probably took Myriad's.
Or took Myriad's, yeah. Myriad only took a sip out of his.
Holly is gonna sink back a little bit and start a prayer to the Raven Queen to appeal to the soul of his wife.
Cotton's face isn't stoic, it is grief. She got to know his wife.
They were a close friend and colleague, Cotton. Your sorrow is shared. Pain is pain, regardless. And I sympathize and empathize with that pain. And that your son is left without a mother. That's not fair to him as well. Just, I beg you, please do not take Cotton. Take her from Zara.
See as the head turns towards you, Cotton. Did
Like
she
I said-
beg?
Does she remember that memory even vaguely enough to know if there was a begging? Because that was a mess.
Probably would have been amongst the screaming.
And if you killed her in one shot or not.
All I remember is screaming and blood. And I couldn't stop it.
The head turns back to you, Murad.
Like, she's not denying what happened at all.
And Murad has a very deep sorrow in his face.
I would say she's actively crying at this point.
Because he still believes that he's going to be passing. And that would leave Zara with no parents.
You don't know?
It's,
Yeah, it's best to be honest, honestly.
it's unfair to have a child lose one parent. I am bound to a fate that I am going to be gone. And I don't know if that will bring you comfort or not. But from a father to a father, could you at least leave one of us?
She just kind of slinks to her knees and just muttering sorry.
You see as the mouth opens and he takes a long breath. And you could just smell the rum, the ale, everything just soaking it. No.
Murad lets out a big sigh. What of your son?
What of my son?
Despite everything, I still hope he is doing well.
You see, almost as he stands straight upright. I do not want your pity. You see as he looks back to you, Cotton. From this night on, your blood is mine. Sail the seas, and I will find you. And I will kill you.
You can at least try.
I have an oath to protect her. And to leave Zara at least one family left.
And pray to whatever god you do, and hope that you'll make it through the night. See as he takes back the bottle. Seeing you. Or slowly walking out of the temple.
We knew it was coming.
Murad hugs Cotton. Gonna comfort her.
Doesn't matter how you paint it, his wife is dead because of me. And I can't blame him for feeling how he feels.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
How did he lose the black whale again?
He didn't. That was his
He didn't.
first mate.
There are
He handed-
a few
he handed
ways.
it over.
Yeah, there are a few ways to become a pirate lord. First, the first most notable one is killing the former captain. The second is by succession. You can step down for the position whenever you like, but it obviously, for the most part, puts a massive target on your back because you lose the power of being a pirate lord. However, given the raw essence of this being, even as he's leaving the room, you can tell almost felt like all of your guys' hair standing on end finally begins to relax, and the electrifying aura that surrounds him is leaving.
Wasn't there 2 eyes you spoke about, Roy? 2 sets.
Dark green one with Cheshire grin.
And he says, I hope you survive the night. We should check on the village.
Which village?
This one.
This one.
I don't care what beef he has with me, I am not going to just let this village also suffer.
Alright.
If it comes to blows, I'm shaving him.
What?
And I'm wearing his beard like a codpiece.
You know
That will
what?
be
I'd love to see
probably
that.
pretty itchy.
I've called dibs. This is sacred.
You
By
can cut
all
that
means.
dibs.
I promise
Go
you,
for it.
no
Respect
one
the rules
else
of dibs
wants
and the no
it.
take back protocol.
Dude, Holly does a blessing on that.
Oh god, I needed that laugh. I'm sitting here trying not to bawl over my mic.
Holly,
We're
in
all
the
sniffling.
effort to beckon to the wife of Blackbeard, or the soul of Blackbeard's wife, unfortunately, she wasn't claimed by the Marquess of Ravens.
It was... Oh, it was at sea, because the
She
lab
was
is in
at
the
sea.
submarine. Yep, that's
Oh.
So Murad will have to do a little prayer thing, maybe. He's still getting used to that.
Holly's
We're gonna
got
work
you.
on it.
Yeah.
With that, as this night of fury contained. You do note that the village is left unharmed. When he mentioned, "I hope you survive through the night," he was implicating himself as the night.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant like
Ooh,
Oof. Use using metaphors.
it is the night.
my knees are clacking.
He is the knight, and yet our ship is also of night, so...
The Cotton's just gonna wipe her eyes and just... Once again, I'm really sorry you're getting dragged into worse things because of me.
Hey.
We had this discussion.
We've already
We
had
are
this
all
discussion.
literally targets of pirate lords.
We're all targets of pirate lords. We're all family at this point.
And moreover, this is your dad's doing, so I blame him.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
matter.
Mira kind of just
Yeah.
like, sorry, honey, I do blame him for what happened.
Literally by design, all of us have the biggest targets in the sea painted on our backs.
He means well sometimes, but he did really fuck with something, and
You know what? I am sick to death of running.
too.
What do you say we go to the Empress and remove one objective?
Yeah,
Well,
let's
the
kill
axe is-
some fucking pirate lords.
Just keep in mind, he got his axe back, and you do know what that axe can do.
We have quite a bit of weapons of our own that can deal some serious damage.
He'd just sing us if he wanted to.
I do wish to say this, though. I do sympathize with his pain.
I do
We
too.
will protect Cotton. No matter what comes to blows, we will protect Cotton. But I do not want the conscience of leaving a child parentless.
I'm still working on that other half, so you chill about that part. She
As
kind
long
of
as
gives him
he
a pointed look.
breathes. As long as he
Yes.
breathes, he will come for her.
He can live without a beard.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back. My beard now, bitch.
As all of you collectively rest throughout the rest of the morning,
Do you think
so we're gonna go
Cotton
ahead. So we're gonna go ahead and leave for break. For right now.
I always thought you were gonna make us fight this guy in the Temple of the Ravens. Like, are you serious?
He swore an oath to do no harm before he entered that house.
True.
Yeah.
And he came with rum.
It's true.
I
I
brought
didn't get
rum.
into you.
Brought rum just when it's
Why
off.
is the rum always gone?
All right. That said, we're gonna go ahead, take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we will see you all then. All right, break time. we're back. Did you really wait?
I didn't think it was on purpose.
I honestly was sitting here
You
waiting
did
for
it as we went into now waiting, and then as soon as we came out of now waiting.
Now to the podcast listeners, it'll sound like 2 coughs in quick succession.
That's not how that works.
Sorry. Sorry, I was hanging on to a cough literally right as you started. It's just like, oh shit, I got a cough.
Amazing.
I'm just asking
It's
because
funny.
it was just funny. It's funny. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get back into.
Yes, heartbreak.
Yep.
What's that quote from?
Don't you mean lore?
Yeah, heartbreak, same thing. I'm not wrong.
I know you're not wrong.
So-
I'm agreeing with you.
This may not be what anybody wants or needs to hear right now. But a sad, drunk old man just wandered into our domicile, yelled at us, and then left. And I think that's really funny.
Don't forget the fact that he summoned his axe to his hand just by snapping his fingers.
That is also correct.
Speaking of, I'm gonna need my cape back if it's not torn to shreds.
We didn't use it.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
we
you
did.
did. You wrapped
I
it
did
with...
not. We didn't get to that point, so
No.
your cake
Well, I'd
is
like my
fine.
cape back anyway.
Alright.
She wraps it around
However,
herself.
I'd like to point out, even if he is sad and drunk, that is still Blackbeard.
Looking a little worse for wear, but Blackbeard, nonetheless.
We can take him.
Yeah, questions.
It's not like he's wearing magical armor that nullifies all spells under 5th level.
Again.
We'll get to him.
Anyway.
Probably not that level of Arthur, but
It's gonna be really tough to hit.
Well, we gotta start our pirate lord killing adventure somehow.
We're gonna
Listen, we
start
were
how's
with
it
really
gonna
close to
be?
starting it before, but...
I think we're gonna start with yours.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we still gotta go get the rest of your staff, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
It's either yours or it's gonna be Winry's, because
It's not
he was
usually
a
this
coward
small.
bastard that ran away and
Well,
we could have taken
but
him down.
he's a coward bastard that likes to hang out on the other side of the ocean.
Yeah, we'll get to him.
Yes,
But
we will
we
get
will
to...
have to just keep in mind that we're gonna be chased by Blackbeard,
It
probably.
depends on if he knows that I know.
What?
But do you know if he knows that you know?
The very fucking important thing about my family? That we're the only ones that can kill him?
Yes. Pretty
You
sure.
know,
I'm pretty
The
sure he
thing
has a
we
clue.
traveled back in time to learn?
I'm pretty sure
Murad.
he has an idea.
I was confused because I'm pretty sure he knows, which is why he's been enslaving and capturing your whole entire
But
family.
now
since...
that he knows that I know, is he going to try and find me even more? Or is he going to try and run?
Good question.
Either way, we go on the ocean, they're all looking for us.
So it's business as usual.
Yeah.
Well, before we get out on the ocean, let's get back to the Empress. I say we get going as soon as possible.
Hey,
Hey, what?
we've managed to outmaneuver and outrun and outthink and outfight the pirate lords we've met already. And we got the wool pulled over us by one woman and a pack of kobolds. I
You
find
guys
this
did.
also funny.
Listen, Roloi, I have her face burned into my memory. If we come across her again,
Oh,
she
absolutely.
will not be walking away.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely.
She may crawl away with a couple broken legs, but
She didn't harm us. I wouldn't threaten harm on someone who actually didn't harm us, Wenry.
She took all our food and left us to starve in the ocean.
with pebbles for payment. And not even good pebbles.
I'll admit it. I was hoodwinked.
They did a pretty good job.
I'll have to take notes. What if I...
Yeah.
I may co-op that.
I love how all of you guys are
starting
just
my
like,
pirate's
in
journey.
retrospect, that's pretty
Be a good way to
pretty
get a pretty penny.
baller.
And a
We
laugh.
could really use some money.
Yeah,
Right.
speaking of, my pockets
You
are a
know
little
who's-
light.
You know who's got a lot of money that we really don't like?
Pirate
The
lords.
pirate lords. Hey, there we go.
And guess who took away a whole bunch of money that we could have had? And
The
some
pirate
good
lords?
sashimi.
A pirate lord took your sashimi.
Yeah, hello. We just killed a leviathan that was sitting on a hoard of treasure down below.
Leviathan
I'm a cook.
sashimi sounds dubious.
I would trust anything Murad cooked.
I would
Yeah,
try
to be
it.
honest.
Exactly.
We'll have to see if it's still there.
I wouldn't trust it now. It's fish.
Day-old rotting Leviathan sashimi.
And to be fair, the water is very cold.
There's the question of, he has the axe now, and the axe controls the Leviathan, but if the Leviathan is dead, is there anything to control, or does it come
The
back
ocean.
to life?
Magic is weird. It could bring him back.
You don't know the half of it.
Yeah, see? He knows. He knows the time aspect of it. I know
We
the
might have a
holding everything
time-
up aspect of it.
I would assume that something that big can't just be willed up immediately. I assume that would take time, but that's just my logic brain thinking.
I don't know. Rolla, how fast can you summon up something like a Leviathan?
Can't?
Alright, so
That
then it'll take a
depends.
while.
It'll take me a number of years, I'm sure.
Alright, so we got a little time before that Leviathan is back on our back.
Right. Plus, and don't get me wrong for judging a book by its cover. He didn't exactly seem like the most academic of blokes.
He has experience, and that can get by people by a lot.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
You don't get to be a legend by being an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, like Merritt's like, I'm not gonna downplay him.
He obviously, if you guys
Oh, yeah.
thought about it for a second,
Bet.
he obviously didn't start a fight because he knew in an environment like this he would more than likely lose.
Yeah, he was being very tactical with not starting blows here. With a cleric of the Raven Queen in a temple of the Raven Queen. That would be
With
bad.
several other clerics of the Raven Queen around.
So,
He would have been
Is
wholly
Mark back
outnumbered.
yet?
Mark went
I
to
was
go
about
get
to
Crow's
ask.
brothers.
Actually, in that turn of event where as you guys literally are just like, is he back? You can see as he's like walking up towards the courtyard with two young drows as they're kind of like a little skittish. As you notice, Norman and Francis Crow, as they
I run up to meet them.
as they just break into a full sprint and run up to you. And it's just like we haven't seen you in so long.
I know, I'm sorry. He's just like fussing with their hair, fussing with their face, making sure that they're okay, checking them over. Are you guys okay? Are you hurt? Did anything happen?
We're fine. Apparently this man here said that he was gonna keep us safe.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
And you see as Mark approaches, I informed them that you had a looming threat over you, and that in order to assure everyone was safe, to bring them here.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be safe here for a while. I'll figure out how to get you guys back into the school. So you can continue if you want.
And to kind of stare and then stare back at you. It's just like, yeah. We're more worried about sticking around with you, though.
I have work to do and I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know if you guys can necessarily stay with me.
You see as Francis kind of just, like, turns the head of it. Typical.
Come on, don't be like that.
Yeah, just, like, Francis kind of, like, slaps her shoulders. Hey!
You do know that, you know, making up for what you did doesn't necessarily mean you can't be with your brothers. That would be cruel.
He turns to look at you and he's like, I know that, but I need to figure out a way to make things right for them and to, as Holly put it, make things right. And I don't exactly know how to do that yet.
I said you had to do as much good as you had done wrong. There are a lot of ways to do good.
Might I make a recommendation, then? Kind of stares out at the town and then looking around. There have been a lot of troubles that have seemingly made their way into the village every now and again. It would probably be for the best, after seeing these individuals off. It's a modicum of trust, extension of this town. When you come back, I can have you join me on a couple of tasks here and there, and then, of course, we'll see about how well your debt is paid by how quickly you can do some good. At no cost.
Okay, that works for me. I don't think I'm necessarily going anywhere right now, so we can start that as soon as you're ready, I guess.
How about you go ahead and make your way with these lovely and fine people, head back up north, see them off, and then return here, promptly.
Okay.
Very good. In the meantime, I will set up a means of hospitality for your brothers. And I'll call the local librarian to bring them proper books.
Thank you. Francis, behave.
Alright. It's just like another slap on the shoulder. Alright, God! See, is your other brother. Be safe and come back quickly.
I will. I'm not going to be leaving for long periods of time anymore, I don't think.
That's good. See, as the two kind of fuss about themselves as they make their way into the temple. See, as Mark turns around and addresses to you all. So, right back out into another adventure.
I'm sorry.
Worry not. I know what it means when you're here and when you're not. But I know you'll end up coming back at a certain point. Just be careful.
We will. We have each other.
That's good. Oh, before I forget, as he kind of like goes under the armor a bit and like pulls out a small scroll. Okay. Oh, something from Alexis.
Where was this? Is it sweaty?
It's a little damp.
Oh, ew.
Sorry, I didn't bring my bags with me.
It's fine, I'm used to it. And she
Get you a
opens
satchel.
it.
As you open it, it is a quick letter of current location, coordinates, they have made their way into the south end of Wallenstein. They are currently stationed at Quartermain Port.
Anything else? Just the location and all that?
There is also a demand for your presence.
Okay. Holly reads it and then looks at the group and says, Alex is in Wallenstein. She's currently stationed in Quartermain. She's asked to see me.
Is that on the way to any of the things that we need to get?
If you were attempting to make a way, you could head south, and then make your way to the west and hit Quartermain Port. You might run into a bit of trouble depending on who's the admiral in that area.
They didn't see the ship last time. We were in fog.
That's
We
true.
have no idea who the fuck it was. Sorry.
That's
I love
true,
how sneaky our ship was.
But just to keep in mind, Wallenstein is currently a volatile country right now. And
Okay, I was just gonna say, there's no way they know who we are.
yeah,
It's still hostile. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
it is hostile waters because it is the country itself.
Well, now everywhere's a hostile water for us anyway.
Mm.
That is true.
Thank you for this. No matter how damp it is.
Sorry about that.
It is good to see you again, Mark.
It's wonderful to see all of you again. Now, that being said, I don't think time is of the essence with all of you at the moment, so go on, shoot, make your way, do your adventures.
Actually, it is.
Oh, okay.
Walked right into that.
As all of you make your way, you travel back up north. It does take you pretty much the majority of the day. Excuse me. As all of you arrive within Yukon, you find yourselves in a day of Memoria. As you can see that there are tons of people within the streets, kind of a bit more somber, reflective, as today is the Feyvelmach Memorial. To those who know about the Feyvelmach, as it is the long 5,000-year war that have predated the Age of Calamity for the release of Tiamat. This war had devastated this world several times over throughout the centuries and millennia. And towards its end, today represents the final day, as finally everyone put down their arms and kind of just settled away from each other. Finally putting an end to ceaseless war. And Yimnan is no less one of those countries who are a part of it. As you travel through the large capital city and making your way to that giant center castle, entering in and slowly awaiting at the bottom of the steps of the large chamber that makes for the Empress. As she enters the room, you could tell it all just comes down temperature-wise.
Would Holly like to do the speaking like last time?
I think that was Rudy.
Rudy, as he...
I think maybe we all have a stand, but...
Sorry.
As she looks down at the lot of you, sees the head slowly turns towards Rudy. I was recently made aware a Rudius Thatch apparently had died in the open seas. So imagine my surprise hearing about something like this and having him stand before my very court.
Who reported him dead?
They probably assumed he was dead given everyone else was gone.
We pulled him out of the rubble of his ship as it sank.
It's probably more than enough to believe that we all died. It wasn't the first time. It's actually... They actually
The
assumed
second
me
time.
dead before. Yeah. Oh boy. One would imagine if they were alerted, my allies could have you tried for abandonment. However, before me, I don't imagine that the man Rudius Thatch is still well and alive. Depending on the results of what had happened, will determine that outcome. As the head,
Sorry.
as the head turns towards you, Holly, you return to me. However, I also have become well and aware one of our major fishing villages had been burned to the ground. Would you care to explain?
Yes, Your Highness. While we were in the den of the Leviathan and fighting the creature, the pirate Lord Genoa Shi paid a visit to the town. We could not be in both places at once, but we did take the head of the Leviathan.
Having acknowledged that Genoa Shi was on land, you see as the steps begin to curl with ice before pulling back. See. When you are successful,
Yes.
Did we lose Aaron?
Yes.
long have I sought to
Seems like
think
it.
Alright,
that
pause.
I might have the
Pause.
ability to
Pause.
protect
Pause.
all
Was
Pause.
within this country.
I thought he was just being really still and stoic.
I
Do
cannot
we pause
blame
our
you.
recordings, or do we let
No,
them
Nope,
go?
nope.
And
Gotta
no,
keep
let
going.
him go.
Keep going.
Okay.
Let it roll.
For having prioritized your mission.
Is someone
Alright,
messaging
Well,
him
let's give you a
directly?
chance
Because
to finish
it
my
seems
am.
like I have failed my duty.
I got it.
She was so mad that the recording froze.
She was so
freezes
cool.
everything.
the recording froze.
There were
It's weird to talk
survivors.
and not see our characters moving at all.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Town will be
he might have
thoroughly
lost power.
funded, be rebuilt,
Oh.
That would be very bad.
reinforced. Hopefully this
At least
time
it's like frozen on a
will be
good face and not a
which
weird one.
Yeah, I mean, we
those
can't
who
all have our guest on moments.
Yeah.
spill upon such a place again. She goes
Oh,
and
well.
turns and looks towards the golden dragonborn as he walks out with the box. And,
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Oh,
No, never mind. He was back for half a second.
Just a moment.
He saw us and just went, no!
Well, Craigbot is still going, so that's good.
Oh, well,
Hello?
there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can hear you.
Good news, Craigbot is still going. So.
Oh,
We
that was
lost
really
you.
weird.
Yeah,
You lost me.
we completely lost you. Read the notes. That's where we left off.
I sent you a text. Hey, we lost you.
Well, I usually don't look at my texts.
But yes,
for like 2 minutes.
so basically we left off at Holly assuring that we were with the Leviathan at the time of the village burning, and then the Empress was
So
enraged,
bad.
so angry that it froze
And-
the recording.
And then boop. Yeah.
Okay. As the anger beckons out, you can see as the ice curls across the steps before being pulled back. Having made landfall. I cannot be disappointed in any of you, nor can I blame any of you. You prioritized your mission. I have failed my duty as a nurse. There were survivors.
There were?
That's good.
With the assistance of the treasury, I will be able to fund the village again, hopefully have it built, hopefully better, stronger, and more reinforced against these threats. But loss of life is still loss of life. This will unfortunately be a stain upon my history. Nevertheless, it does not mean I should not fulfill my end of the bargain. She waves her hand and she beckons the golden-like dragonborn as he enters the room with a box. As promised, and he hands it to her, and she goes and descends from the steps down to all of you. She looks at you, Holly. She kind of nose to nose a bit.
We're here.
Nope.
Oh,
We're here.
microphone.
Oops.
Whoops.
Holly averts her gaze. She's not going to meet eye to eye with the queen.
If you are this country's hope, if you say what you are going to do, then you bear the responsibility of all of Yumnan holding this medallion.
I understand.
Take it. Before I change my mind. She holds out the box.
Holly bows as she reaches out her hands to take it, and it's a very deep and respectful bow.
I do not know of any Rudius Thatch that has entered my court. May all leave in peace.
Thank you, Your Highness.
She nods to each of you and turns and then walks back up the steps of her throne. swift, cool, and cold. As such, you are all left to be ushered out back onto the streets of Yuekong, slowly making your way over to the port side.
Well, before they leave, Cotton would just want to look for some extra parts in the gem to rebuild Dazzle. She just wants a project to work on to get her mind off stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm just saying.
And Winry's honestly just so relieved, just like, I was so worried she was going to say something about you, Rudy.
Well, I mean, she's not entirely wrong.
No.
If that's the case, then Winry will pluck out his coat. What do you want to do with this thing? You can keep it as a memento, but I don't think military garb will get you far with pirates.
It's more about the color. This is kind of shifts it a bit. Want to know what? I'll keep it for now. If something changes, I'll think about it.
Well, by all means. I'm just glad that she did not see a Rudius Thatch enter her court.
Not to interject, but you could always choose a new name if Rudy needs to go.
Is that what you did?
Temporarily.
Yes, I told you guys I chose my name.
So
I
what
didn't
is your
lie.
name?
It's Ryan.
Huh.
It's a shame you left that name behind. It's sweet.
I may be picking it up again. I don't think there is a place for Crow. Oddly
At the
enough,
Temple of
at
the
a
Raven
Temple of the
Queen?
Raven Queen. Yeah, I don't think I want to mix that. I don't think I want to mix that. I think Ryan Barati would be nice to be again.
You're going to break Mark's heart.
Why?
He thinks he made a bird friend.
Okay. I'll deal with that later.
It could be a code name. Up to you.
Do we also have to restock the ship?
Yeah, we're kind of very low on some stuff
Yeah, we're
here and
broke.
there.
And unfortunately, we didn't factor in any treasure along with this good deed, so...
Well, she also said she was going to have to repay to build the town out of the treasury, so I think that's where any money we would have gotten went.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna ask for any coin after they mentioned that.
Right. And honestly, those people need it more than we do. We'll get by.
Yeah, exactly. Find a way.
Was there
I'm
anything
sure.
else you were trying to get besides coin?
No, just that medallion, honestly.
That medallion right there is what we came for.
Speaking of which, should we put it in the bag of holding? I don't know. Should I carry this around? I don't know.
No,
what I'm
bag
doing
of
with
holding.
this thing. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
here you go. Open up.
Miss Winry, please, Miss Winry, I don't want to hold this.
Yep.
Take a hot
Alrighty.
potato.
I'll,
just gonna
I'll put
wanna-
a box with medallion, or a medallion box in my inventory.
Cotton just wants to find some gear parts that she knows how to build Dazzle up again in the gem and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Trying to match the color as best she can because that was a good friend.
Yeah. As all of you find yourself back on your ship, a rather ecstatic Hornsby seeing Winry return.
Hornsby! I missed you, buddy!
What is that?
How'd you do? Did you do a bunch of fishing?
He's our pet.
Crow, this is Hornsby. Hornsby a Pteranodon. He was a little bit of a stowaway. He came from my island.
He's so cute.
Okay, he is cute. Just never seen one.
He has a bigger schnoz than you.
Well, then maybe he can be Crow.
Nah, he's
No.
Hornsby.
Nah, he's a
like
little
a
too brightly
bird.
colored. He's got browns and whites and blues. Not really a crow color.
Yeah. He's Hornsby colored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's all getting pets from the crew except for Mirad because he's the one who's traded the chicken nuggets.
Hornsby
Yeah,
will
Mirad is
win
the
him
only one
over.
not petting him.
Hornsby will win him over at some point.
He's like a bird, but naked.
This is the Kevin to Mirad.
As all of you stand well on the ship and kind of getting yourselves together, Crow, these last moments with this group, this party, before they set sail, what would you like to say or do?
He would look at Cotton and say, I heard you saying that you need a medallion or a gem of some kind.
It's basically the heart of Dazzle, the little mechanical dragon you saw flying around.
I don't know if it'll help, but I have this gem, and he motions to the one around his neck. And I don't know that I'll actually need it. If you can use this, and it can help you on whatever your path may be, which, as far as I'm aware right now, involves getting back at someone I very much would like to see fail, then you can have it and use that moving forward to get what you need.
Sure you don't need that?
I'm sure I can find something else that will suit my needs.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He takes it off and he places it in your hand and he says, let this be the first of some of my good deeds to come. And when he takes it off, he wraps his little half coat around his head to help protect his skin.
That's why I asked if you needed that. Like,
I don't. I have a cloak.
The sigh of a mom, like, why are you doing that?
Because I have a cloak. A cloak works just as well. I can wear big hats. Hats will protect me from the sun, too. Not some gaudy gem that was forced upon me.
Okay, fair enough.
And thank you to all of you. And he motions to the rest of you. You don't know me or owe me anything, but you helped me. And you could have very easily decided not to. And I will remember that.
Do us a favor and stick close to your brothers, okay?
I will, because Francis is going to be causing havoc.
I am
He
going
kinda
to
reminds
be
me of my brother.
messaging Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna check in and make sure that you're doing good things like you're supposed to.
I promise that at my core, I am a good person, and I will be doing good as much as I can.
Well, you're off to a good start. The gem on Dazzle before was also from a friend we had met on a different island. So thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it helps.
It will.
Thanks for sticking with us, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
You're welcome, Holly. You're welcome, Cotton.
Mirad gets a thumbs up.
technically her name is Cottonelle, but
My
Okay,
name's a
so
lot
we
longer
all
than
just
that, but
have
that's
fake
fine.
names. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Mirad's like also like no.
I only
No.
make up fake names when I'm grifting people.
like your lore.
Ha! Yep, that's the one.
I think I'm the only one here with an actual nickname.
Captain is not my nickname. I want to make that clear.
Need epithets.
I mean, it'll be your nickname eventually if everyone just starts calling you that shorthand.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
Captain.
think I could do that. He's my
Captain's
husband.
not
No.
bad.
They can start to have fun with it too. Calling you like Captain Crunch or something. I don't know.
Why would we call him Captain Crunch? He's a fire genasi. I mean, if he was
But
an
he
earth
makes good
genasi,
food.
maybe, but
I do make good food, but I typically go with like more savory, with like steaks and stuff.
Cat
Not
and
really.
He doesn't really
Cat and
crunch.
Munch. Cat and Munch is good.
Sometimes he snaps and crackles and pops.
I do. I definitely do.
he is a pretty crispy character. So
I'm surprised no one did like a great joke.
This was a great joke.
Alright. So, as all of you say your goodbyes, Ryan, as you descend from the gangplank onto the docks, as you watch as you all begin to slowly make your way back out into Viceran Sea. What would be your headway?
Oh shit, I already forgot the names of stuff.
okay, so there was
It's
goodness,
just
there's
in my
that place.
brain.
There's that place in Volenston where Holly's friend Alex is.
There's also the other half of
Alexis.
Roy's staff.
Alexis, well, thank you.
Yeah.
So is Alexis on the way to the staff?
If you head southwest and make to Quartermain, and then you go back southeast and hit the northern end of Everus, you would probably get there. It'll probably take you an extra week, and you'd be making your way back to Volflora close, but it's not impossible.
Right, we have to think of before too. Okay. What is our order of things that need to get taken care of?
I think it would be a good idea to have Rolloy's thing ready, just in case, especially because he's kind of on a time crunch.
Yeah, but also Holly's friend said it was urgent.
Yeah.
She said my presence was requested. I don't remember it being urgent.
Did it sound urgent?
If anything, you can check in with a sending.
Yeah, let me do that.
See how urgent it is, and then we can sort from there.
She'll send a message to Alex and say, I received your scroll from Mark. How urgently do you need me?
Response of, oh, you learned this spell. Good. Not entirely urgent, but would be recommended when convenient.
Just responds, very well. See you soon. She says it's not super urgent, but that it's needed when convenient, so I think probably best to handle Rolloy's business first, as he's on a clock. Not to, be insulting or anything.
Yeah, time is kind of his thing.
That's what my name means in Sylvan.
Your name
Time
is
is
what?
of the essence.
I didn't
Yep.
catch that, but hey. The more you know.
As all
Alright,
of you,
then that's our headway.
as all of you set sail over the course of the next couple of weeks. Not much.
Dazzle is back.
Yeah, Dazzle comes back. However, Connor,
Yeah, what's up?
do me a favor. And can you be Salazar for me?
Oh shit! You said his name enough times.
Yeah, I've had enough fun this episode anyway.
Watching everyone cry.
Time
was
to
your
don
fun.
the serious cloak.
After a
enough of
few
your
weeks,
shit. Be someone else.
No, we love Roloy.
Oh, fine.
as a few weeks have passed, you have returned back. Sorry. It has been about a couple days since you've returned back from Dawning Academy after the events that had unfolded there. This time, as you find yourself in a facility where you have a contained and gentle respited body of an adult sapphire dragon. With the assistance of the ally you had made. You see entering in this massive building as Alois approaches towards you. Dr. Salazar.
Alois. Do I owe the pleasure?
I was wondering if I can have a moment of your time away from prying ears.
Is this a business call, or are you simply asking yet another thing of me?
Are we at the point where it might matter? Or where it doesn't?
You are my patient. Perhaps the closest thing I could have to a friend. So I suppose I can hear you out.
As you see, as he kind of like waves the hand, you see as the woman leaves.
Salazar, as she leaves, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a piece of rolled tobacco, and he lights the end of it with a spell before taking a drag.
I've been having these thoughts lately. And I'm afraid I've come to a point of calculation that I cannot avoid any longer. Igwolf continues to make moves against both me, Cotton, even the Azure Crest. And I am sure that I will end up facing her one way or another.
Yes, I'd heard about what happened to the Azure Crest. That's a bit of unfortunate news. I'm sorry.
I'm still alive. And that's what matters. However, now lays a part in which we have to deal with Samael, and subsequently what I assume will be the final conflict between this Red King enemy and Igwolf. Which leaves me with a rather unfortunate piece of news to provide to you. I will not be coming back from that fight.
I think Salazar will tap the end of his cigarette and let the ashes fall to the floor, and just eyes trailing a small pile of soot all the way down, letting it hit the floor before finally looking up and locking eyes with Azure.
I see. I take it this is not a decision on your part, but something inevitable.
I have sought the wisdom of the Black Archives many a times. I'm not sure how it will happen, but I know it's going to happen. As such, there is a request I have to make of you. A few requests. I have...
Very well.
The first is I have prepared a will to both the crest, my family, the crew, and of course for you. He looks towards the body of the dragon. I don't know what threat will come in this next upcoming year. But from everything I've managed to gather, I do not think that it will be a simple passing matter. People will die. This star will be threatened again. And everything that I hold cannot be left behind, so I have no choice but to face my fate. However, I understand that you are capable of subverting such things. So, I will offer you something that no one else in this world can give you. You'll have to listen to me very carefully.
Go on.
My soul will be lost somewhere within the astral. I don't know if you'll be able to find me. But if you do, and when you do, if you manage to bring me back, I will tell you exactly how to ascend and how to bring your people back.
I would like to insight him.
Go ahead.
I need to open Salazar's sheet real quick. I need to relaunch the app real quick.
Whoops.
Of
I've
course.
rolled all game. There we go. Okay, it's working. That was
Rare
a test
game
roll.
session.
All right. Salazar. Insight check. 18.
There is absolute sincerity in the eyes, the voice, the everything. The path this will set you on will be a harrowing one. It will test your very being, your character, everything. But if you succeed, for good or for ill, I will give you exactly what it is you want.
Salazar lets the smoke roll from his mouth, sort of coming up in a plume around his features that's broken through by his skeletal hand parting the cloud. His light brownish eyes locked firmly on the scrimshawed designs etched into his very bones.
I never should have told you about that.
Looks back up at him.
Very well. I've endured horror my whole existence, save for 5 blissful years. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then it's a deal. If you save my life, Doctor, I will do everything to save yours.
My life isn't worth saving.
I disagree.
He reaches his skeletal hand out towards Eloise.
He also reaches out, shakes.
I wasn't lying, you know. In all my years, you are the closest thing I've had to a friend. Even before Zahir. Even before what happened in Low Bandle. I will be sad to see you go.
I wish it wasn't so. I think you've always been a friend to me. You've helped my family. You've continued to help save my daughter.
All things that you've paid me for.
More importantly, you've also sat there and listened in confidence. In a world like ours, we do not get that luxury very often. You are...
Fair enough.
You're a good doctor. There is work to be done.
One might say I can't let my patients go.
He looks over his shoulder at the 2 skeletons that are his assistants.
Understandable. As you see, as he puts a hand on your shoulder,
Not all is lost, though. I just hope that Cotton can move forward. And that Murad can survive.
You don't plan on reintroducing yourself to them?
I think even if I do come back, it might be for the best to stay away.
How very Alois Azure of you.
I simply want them to be safe. I've made my fair share of mistakes. So whatever time I have left with them, I will value it.
You'd better.
As he laughs,
I didn't get much time with my family. I know what it's like to miss out on that. So you make the most of it.
He laughs a bit, nodding his head and putting a hand on your shoulder before walking towards the body, giving you a long stare, lost in the reflection of sapphire. As the scene comes to a close, that is where we're going to go ahead and end today's session.
I'm gonna fight you.
Alrighty. Woo!
Well, that was an episode.
Yeah.
An emotional episode.
Just crying.
I got a headache now. Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah. Thanks. Dehydration's fun.
The best kind of D&D sessions leave you hungover at the end of them.
Honestly,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Listen, if I can get as much energy as I can in a game, I certainly will. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and head on off. But before we do, some quick announcements. So, at least for me, it's been about a couple of weeks, but I came out with a video not too long ago. I probably announced it last week, but I came out with one talking about translations and localization within the anime industry, and it's a little spicy, but I hope you guys watch it and laugh. I thought there was plenty of good jokes in that one, specifically those against Jeff Bezos. In the meantime, I have been trying to find the time to schedule for live streams, but with the upcoming Dawn Trail expansion coming out, I might be live streaming that. So we will see. Because by the time this episode will come out, I think Dawn Trail will be out by then. Oh boy.
Probably.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a Final Fantasy XIV video probably coming out around that time. We will see. But
I'm trying. I'm sorry.
I know. The thumbnail first.
I'm trying. It's getting there.
Oh yeah,
It looks
no.
pretty.
It is Ree's turn. I'm sorry, Blue. I didn't mean to.
I'm talking about the shit I gotta make for you for that video. I know exactly what video that is.
Alrighty. I also probably, more than likely, at some point will be releasing another homebrew document in the next couple of weeks. I'm still writing it out. I will keep you all updated and informed about that as time goes on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. So, Blue, how you now?
Hi, it's me, Blue Casanate. Aaron will be paying for my therapy from now on. Anyway, hi, hello. I am going to try streaming now now that I finally passed that damn test. I'm no longer in study hell. So I will be trying to do more art streams. Who knows? I might actually have the gall to stream Final Fantasy so you can see how badly I play anyway as a white mage.
Oh, shit.
No, it's bad. Anyway, I got here because people carried me. Anyways, by now, I think the art of everybody's new, like, armoring and all that should be out. I gotta work at my rads. I'm sorry. Things have been busy. So many birthdays happen in 2 weeks.
Just in your house.
Just in my house. So, keep an eye out for more D6 art. I have to start working on other art that I can't mention is what it's for. I also gotta do the stuff for your video, so I've got stuff coming out very soon. I don't really have much else except that I've expanded to Kara, if those artists are listening. It's the same name as well. And that's about it. Ray, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Ray, also known as Key Ink and Calligraphy Ink, also known as Very Happy Sad Dad. And loving husband that is a wife stand. Let's see. You can find me on various places such as Twitter and Blue Sky under Key Ink or Calligraphy Ink. Let me see. What are my plans? I have some things to do for D6. I've been getting some projects off of my plate here and there, but summer commissions have also started, so I'm back on a little bit of a busy grind. So I'll be a little busy, but I should be able to stream on YouTube a little bit more often. I've kind of stopped streaming on Twitch, just to test out YouTube's algorithm and stuff like that, and also to automatically upload my videos. But yeah, other than that, I think that is all I've really been trying to do, so I'm going to pass it on to B.
Hi, I'm B. I'm melting. It's hot in Florida. I recently also got a Kara as well. You can follow me there at Pastel Werewolf, just like everywhere else on the internet. It's just been super busy 2 weeks for me for work, but it looks like it's finally slowing down at the end of the madness. So, more to come. On to Connor.
That's me. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky at Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm going to try to start streaming more. I had a sort of a 2-week hiatus because 1, I was house sitting for my sister, and 2, attending a virtual convention for Ality Umbra. By the time this is uploaded, it'll be long over. But did get to hang out with some people who recognized me. It was pretty cute. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But hey.
Yeah. Kendra.
Not much going on my end. Hi, everybody. My name is Kendra. I'm transient day in various places around the internet. Not much going on over here. As usual, I'm maintaining the D6 EOE on TikTok. Please go check it out. I'll try to get you some inside info. Aside from that, I have been slaving away at homework because I'm working for a degree right now, so hooray. I can't wait for this one class to be over. It's so hard.
You got
I'm
it.
very proud of you.
Anyway, aside from that, that's about all I've got. Well, I mean, I got a snake curling around my arm right now because he insisted on getting out of his cage. I'm going to pass it on to Lee.
Hi, Lee. You can find me Jelly Belly or Jelly Man on most things. I still plan on trying to start streaming. I don't know when it will be, but I'm also waiting to see when these things upload because I do little doodles and stuff of scenes that have happened, so I don't want to upload them before you all have heard them, so I wait to upload them. So eventually, there will be art. Just doodles and stuff. And it's been really fun. You guys are totes a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah.
by all means,
We're
bring
gonna
another
miss you
character
also,
into the mix.
Leanne. I see that picture. How dare you?
It was great to have you.
Great to be here.
Yee. It was
Very
a lot of fun.
honored to be here. Yeah.
Sorry, I
Alright.
shot you.
I can miss my wife.
I know. It's okay. I'll bug you when you go on breaks from game. As I sit out here playing Overwatch.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well then, that being said, nothing else pressing?
Nope.
Just emotions.
Remember to like and subscribe. Oh,
and
that's
subscribe.
fun jazz.
Like and
Hit that bell icon.
It's good people.
Alright. Well then, that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We hope you stay safe out there, and as always, see you next time. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.